Now, there are a few people who couldn't handle the silence of God. One of the very first persons who couldn't handle the silence of God is John the Baptist. Now, you have to understand, John the Baptist is very anointed. The Bible says that he is the greatest prophet of all. There is no other prophet greater than him. Yet, he couldn't handle the silence of God. They caught him and put him in prison. Now, Matthew chapter 11, verse 2 to 4. And when John had heard in the prison the works of Christ, he sent 2 of his disciples. The next verse. And he said unto him, art thou he that should come, or do we look for another? Now, the quietness of Jesus over his situation offended him. So John the Baptist became offended by the silence of God. And there are so many people who will be offended by the silence of God. When he was offended, the next thing that happened to him was he was beheaded. So there are many people who are offended in God, and because they are offended in God, their life is at risk. Somebody is going to look for them and cut them short because they are already offended in God. So they'll say, I'm not coming to church again. I'm not singing again. I am not ministering again. They are already offended in God. You have opened yourself up for attack. What is the use of church in any way or any form? I have prayed, I have fasted, everything is going bad. Because of that, I am offended. So I'll stay away from God. The next person who couldn't handle it is Saul. He couldn't handle the silence of God. 1 Samuel chapter 13 verse 8 to 40. Now Saul was a man who had already offended God already. He had already messed up. Now God wanted to do something for him. He wanted to give him another chance. He wanted to shift something in his life. He wanted to turn something for him. He gave him an instruction. He said, for the next 7 days, don't do anything. Wait for the prophet to come. He did not wait. Listen to what happened. Verse 8. And he tarried 7 days according to the set time that Samuel had appointed. But Samuel came not to Gilgal, and the people scattered from him. So sometimes the people will scatter from you. That does not mean you should make a move. You didn't hear what I said. Sometimes the people will push you aside. They will stay away from you. That does not mean that you should go ahead and marry someone you don't like. Just because the boy marries somebody, you also marry. There are a lot of revenge marriages. I'm telling you. Do you know a revenge marriage? They saw that somebody married, and then they also decided, I will show them shaky. They don't like the person. They don't connect to the person. They just went. They have not heard from God. They just went ahead. I'm dealing with one right now. The person does not know what pushed her to marry. And when I looked into the matter, it was jealousy. Jealousy with anger, mixed with anger.